Alright, everyone, welcome back to Unbound Chapters podcast. I'm Sandra.
Hi, Isabel.
Today we are reviewing chapters 18 to 23 of A Game of Love and Betrayal. Last time we were here, I remember us discussing, oh, they're about to, take off their masks. And I was like, bro, they still have the masked ball. So, yeah, they didn't take their masks off.
The whole date.
That time. It was, blindfolded.
Also, he's an idiot. You're dating a vampire.
But, okay,
you
listen.
Vampires.
Listen.
No. And you're still gonna plan a date where they eat food? He didn't plan for the chef to make the special food.
He didn't.
He was about to have a whole meal by himself.
But.
No.
He's just really excited for the date. It just goes to show that he doesn't, care that she's, not a fae like him.
There's not caring, and there's not.
I think it just slipped his mind. He was very apologetic about it, though.
No. Strike one, buddy.
Well, strike two, because he striked her whole family, apparently.
That's true. So,
I
kept on the blindfolds the whole time. Held hands. Cool.
Yeah.
Not.
Got really lucky that the chef paid attention to her being a vampire, but still, in my head, I would have been like, oh, well, shoot, I can't eat anything, but then also, at the same time...
Imagine, you haven't been able to eat food for 6 years, and all of a sudden you can, taste food.
Well, she says she can eat, it just tastes like ash.
I know, but she can taste it now.
Yeah, I guess.
Especially chocolate.
Bro, yeah, when she was talking about that chocolate cake, I was like, I really fucking want chocolate cake now. But guess who doesn't have chocolate cake? Me. I was just like, how am I about to read about chocolate cake and then not have any? That is such a tease.
Yeah. So, it was a good date for them. But no. And then...
Yeah, they're talking about when they... right when he walked in, he just, instantly smelled her and then, touched her. He was just like, oh, my whole body. I'm like, bro, from a touch. When I'm reading it, I'm like, oh, my God, this is so cute. And then when I'm, reviewing it, I'm like, shut up. My gosh.
Yeah.
But while I'm reading it, I'm like, hee and kicking my feet over here because, And then I review it and I'm like, what was going on in my head? I was just full on in the story.
Yeah. And then it kind of skips the whole, week and a half?
Yeah. What's with these time jumps? It already got shortened.
The whole week and a half to the ball. It's right when she's getting ready.
Yeah, there was one part, she went to the void and went back to the cabin to call Zanri. Remember? Yeah.
That was after the date.
Yeah. So, before things were, I don't think a weekend. I think only maybe a couple days went by. I don't think it was a whole week.
It was after the date, because during the date, he said, you're the one I'm going to propose.
Yeah, he was like, I don't need the extra week and a half or 2 weeks or whatever. I'm choosing you. Baby girl. Yeah.
So she went to go call Z, and he was
really harsh about it.
Makes me think
he's in on something. Yeah.
What is he? What?
Yeah, something is definitely going on.
I don't know what he's getting out of it, but he's getting something.
Yeah.
And she's like,
what's rule number 10?
She's like, I'm having a hard time. What if he's more than what we said?
What if he changed? It's been 6 years.
What if it was an accident and all that stuff?
Oh, we have to talk about it later, but I'm gonna tell you, bro. Right?
Yeah.
First. Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Oh. We'll talk about that later. I was like, when I was reading that, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? All right. Anyway,
it makes sense.
Yeah. Sorry. All right. Continue.
So,
damn.
What was I saying?
Well, she wakes him up and he's pretty harsh. He's like, bro, why are you calling me?
He made her repeat Rule 10 times. 11 times.
Yeah, it was 11 or 12.
And by the 12th time, she was back on her mission.
He's gotta die.
And she went home, and then it skipped to a week and a half later to this ball. She's getting ready. She's repeating all the rules over and over in her head. And then she gets the dress.
Yeah, we finally found out all 10 rules. We used to know like a couple of them here and there, which, yeah, it was...
And a maid comes to her door, gives her a dress, which the family usually picks out the dress, but her maker picked it out.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of... If I was her, don't wear the same dress as me in a different color.
Yeah. Yeah, but like, in my opinion, the red is the better option. I would choose a red dress over a blue dress.
Same.
But
that's later, anyways.
Yeah, so yeah, she gets this dress.
It's like,
but like
backless.
One thing that confused me was she was talking about zippers to get this dress on, but like half of the dress is gone.
It's probably...
I'm like, the whole front is like cut almost to like her navel or something. The back is cut to like her ass crack. I'm like, how much more of the dress is there? If you have all of these zippers to like get into, which don't give me a dress that has a million zippers. Just let me form this over my body and look fire. You know what I mean? Yeah, so she has like this dress, these really nice shoes, a little like rose clip. Not clip, rose hair accessory, and it's like,
oh, they're back at the place now too.
Oh yeah. They were able to go back to the original place where the choosing was taking place. Yeah, Golden City, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, they went back there. Nothing really was like exciting when they went back. It was just
she just mentioned that they went back. Then she was on her way to the entrance, and they enter one at a time.
Fucking Valentina.
Yeah, they had a
sore loser,
little
bitch.
spat in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Valentina's like, "You stole my fae." She's like, "Excuse."
Yeah, she's like immediately like
He's
anger.
mine.
He's mine. Like she claimed him, and something happened.
She felt a little something in her chest.
Yeah, something happened when she claimed him out loud. Because like he said "I love you" a few times, and she is not saying it back. But he also already claimed her at that date. Like he said it out loud. Like you know, I don't want anybody else. Like you're it for me. And then she finally...
Once they say it out loud, it starts something.
Yeah.
And then when they say it to each other, it, like, gets closer, you know? And then, of course, when other things happen, it's gonna in place.
And it needs to get to, because it's like the same things keep happening. Like, not literally, but something good happens, and they're like, okay, something bad. Something good happens again, something bad. I'm like... It's getting very repetitive, and it's really annoying me. But I will say her little spat with Valentina was really funny. She's like, I came here for him. How'd you know he was going to be here? Because your mom told you, didn't she? Yeah, but, like, that little spat with Valentina and them.
And then we found out how her family died.
Yeah, she's like...
so scary.
Yeah, she's, like, stepping up. They announce her. And then we get, like, a flashback of...
She's trying to, like, shove down her emotions, and she knows that having that flashback will help her, like, ground herself in her hatred. Yeah, so it seems like she lived in, like, this cute little village, like town place. Yeah. Like, it seemed like everybody kind of knows everybody. The mom and her, of course, bickering about when is she going to get married. Just marry your, like... childhood friend. And she's like, I don't want to do that. And then, yeah, they're like just knitting together. And then suddenly they're like, yo, what is happening to the sky? It's like turning grayish, greenish, something crazy weather is happening. Immediately start freaking out. Has to go find her sister. That would be really scary. Yeah, her parents are freaking out, and her parents don't seem very responsible. Yeah. It seems like she's the parent in the household. Yeah. Which, that's exhausting. So her mom's like, where's your sister? Go upstairs and get her. And she wasn't there. She was at this, like, fair, carnival, something. Fairground or something like that. So she had to go leave the house and go. She didn't have to, but she left the house to go get her. And I mean, at least the last thing she said to her parents are, "I love you."
Yeah. Yeah, so she did get to say that before she ran off to find
it starts sister. To like heavily rain.
Yeah, to where it was like ankles, she was thighs.
Like, ankles, knees, thighs. I was like, where else is it going?
Yeah, I'm like, that was I can't swim.
She's wading.
I'm literally screwed if that ever happens. Like I gotta rely on floating and like doggy paddling. I cannot swim.
Yeah, I can, but I'm not very good. So
I'll float. You'll just see me floating by.
She's wading her way through this water to get to the fairgrounds. The fairgrounds are empty. Everyone's run back to their homes. And she's calling out her sister's name, looking for her. And she's like, I'll go down the way that I know she probably went to get home. She starts to go that way. She sees her sister frozen at the end of the street.
Yeah, she's like calling her. Her sister's like not turning around. I'm like, girl, if you do not turn around, but she was just like stuck with fear.
And then she gets to her sister, and her sister points out, I've had this nightmare so many times.
Such a massive wave.
A wave that is like, I don't remember how she described it, but
it was huge,
giant, tall
like
wave.
There's no coming back from this wave.
And it's coming towards them, and she was like, run, which that's the last thing she said to her sister is run.
Yeah. They start
How
running. Can you run when the water's
they start to run, but that wave's coming in hot. They're in waist deep water.
And it literally just...
And it crushed them.
Destroyed everything.
And it's kind of unclear how Gillesette got there and turned her. But I feel like her memories are also kind of hazy after that point. Like, up until the wave crashing, I think is where her memory kind of stops and she just wakes up and...
Yeah, I mean...
her family's dead.
I don't think it really said that, like, she woke up in her town. So she could have got washed away somewhere and landed on a different shore, possibly. Does it say that she, like, woke up in her town? I saw that she just woke up and she was made. Yeah, I don't know if it really said that she was, still in her town. What was the town's name? Like, some with a CH, right? Chavin or Chavin?
I don't remember.
I think it's something like that. But yeah, she just... the memory just kind of like abruptly stopped.
Yeah.
And then she's just back
in the ballroom.
In the ballroom, yeah, looking.
She meets Riker's gaze.
Yeah, she finds him and she's just
and then all that remembering goes down the drain because her heart's a pitter-pattering.
Yeah, she finds him and they're just like connected somehow. And yeah, he comes up to her and he
gets as close as he can because there's too many people.
Yeah, but they still kind of, get close enough, and then the Chancellor starts having some speech. Neither one of them are listening to the speech, they're just enamored with each other, just staring.
Yeah, and then the Chancellor's like, time to propose, get to it, boys.
Yeah, and he volunteered. Yeah, he volunteered to go for first. It's just like, just get it over with so you can spend more time together, because it goes one at a time, so, like, if you're not first, then you gotta wait for all of these people, you know?
I feel like anyone after first, they better have something good, because it's like copycat, you know? It's like, oh, well, it's our turn now. And then the last one, it's just like, you want to get married?
Yeah, it's like, you heard everybody else's, right? But yeah, so he finally gets down on one knee, asks her to marry him, and obviously she said yes, but then she like steps back, does this whole mask removal kind of
they finally see
thing.
Each other's faces.
He does the same, she does the same, and everyone's just like, oh my gosh, like freaking out, because I guess it's just wonderful.
Yeah,
it really is like The Bachelor and Love Is Blind, because like everyone else has been watching all this unfold, and then like now they're Oh, they also said that 9 people?
7.
Seven people?
7 couples.
8 people altogether. 8 couples altogether.
7 couples.
No, 8 couples altogether. Yeah, it was them plus 7 others. Yeah, it was either 7 or 8. I think it was 8 altogether, including them, got, proposed, which was, like, the highest in, like, a really long time. So the chancellor was really proud about that. And I just feel like Valentina just, like, picked some rando. Like, who was Edward? We didn't hear nothing about this dude.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, cool. He's, like, a fae like her, but, you know.
She also just... she probably didn't have the choice of, like, not getting engaged.
Yeah, definitely she 100% had to get engaged, but...
which makes me think that she probably did have contact with her mom in there somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Her mom was probably like, even if you can't have him, you better find someone now.
Yeah, because you're not about to embarrass me and not get engaged.
Yeah.
And have to wait 10 more years to possibly be chosen again to do the choosing. Yeah. So, yeah, he chooses to go first. They propose, blah, blah, blah. Everything is wonderful and great. She's, she locks eyes with Jelizette, and she's like, yeah, homegirl, she wearing the same exact dress as me. Just hers is so blue, it's almost black. Like, don't wear the same fucking dress as me. I mean, I appreciate it that you bought me this dress and these shoes and everything, but, like, how are you gonna copy me right now?
Yeah. She dances with Riker, and she feels them watching her, and she dances with Z a little bit.
Yeah, that was so, like, when Riker's like, one day. It's like, you get one. Like, do you even want to dance with this guy? She's like, oh, I work with him. This is my whatever. And then he's like, one day.
Yeah.
Like, he went all, like, possessive on her.
And then Riker comes back to dance with her again, and
he knows something is off.
Yeah. So they go get a drink and go off to a dark corner together.
Yeah. Like, he hasn't, like, kissed her lips. He's just been, like, kissing her, like, cheek and stuff like that. Because he's like, you know, our whole relationship has been broadcasted to all of these people. But our first actual kiss is going to be just for me and her. So he's, like, been saving it. Which is cool and all, but, like, if you like me, just fucking kiss me. Like, who cares if all these people are watching? Just do it.
I care. I wouldn't want it.
I would want it. And like, boy, if you feel all these feelings that I'm feeling, and you're not going to act on it right here and right now, I don't care anymore. Kiss me, you know? But I do get it that, you know, he wants it to be, like, a bit more special, but... Yeah, so she gets blood spiked, wine. Whatever, yeah, blood wine, and he gets a beer. Like, what? Come on, bro. Like, that's the first time they mentioned him having, like, a beer. I was just like, of course he has a beer. Yeah, they go up to this little... Still part of the party, but more quiet and dark and alone, I would say. Yeah, there's, like... Did they talk much, or were they just, like...
They talked
a little bit, right?
A little bit, but mostly he was just, like, kissing up on her neck, and she was thinking a lot. She was like, I feel good when I'm with him, but he's my mark. I can't feel these things. And then she starts, like, having a panic attack.
Yeah, I just don't know why they're so adamant about, like, he's your mark, here's your mark, here's your mark. Like,
yeah.
Something is, yeah.
I don't know. But she has a panic attack, and then, of course, there's an explosion.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't find out in that chapter, but in the next chapter, we found out that she got sliced
with silver shrapnel
in the neck. So she was...
Yeah, homie just has his new fiance's blood covering him. Everyone's in lockdown, all at some fancy schmancy hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all the choosing people. And then they separate them.
Yeah,
like,
they're not allowed to see each other or contact
doesn't
each
make
other.
any sense. We've already seen each other, we are engaged, and now you're going to separate us. I get why she was separated, because, you know, she's, like, in a makeshift hospital kind of thing, getting blood transfusions, but, like...
Maybe they're doing it so that there's a better chance of everyone getting married.
Yeah, it really sucks that one of the guys died, who just got engaged, and then he died. I think that's the only one they said that died, like, in the choosing. Of course, other people did. Yeah, apparently.
And then his sister comes in.
Mm-hmm. I did not expect her to look like this.
Me neither. She got so many piercings. She got middle lip piercing. She has a belly button piercing. Yeah. She has piercings on her ears.
Yeah.
She's wearing crop top and short shorts.
Yeah. Like, in my head, he's, like, well put together, basic, and then, like, rebellious teen. Yeah. Like, here she is. The mom, she just is not a mom. She just doesn't care. Yeah. She cares about the wrong things. Which, I mean, it is good to care about, you know, like, your child's schooling and things like that, but be a mom, dude. Like, she really pissed me off. Yeah. Do you think his dad is there? I don't know. Yeah, they didn't probably mention.
Not moved much. But the mom leaves after, like, don't embarrass me. You guys represent me and the family.
Yeah, and she was just like, oh, you're a vampire? Like, can you just say my fiance? Like, why you gotta specify that she's a vampire? I mean, she is, but...
Yeah. And then Riker starts talking to his sister, and he was like, how's school? How's your powers?
Mm-hmm. I mean, of course she has powers, too.
And he says that she has stronger powers than him and his mother.
Which is crazy, because apparently he's
both
already...
of them are really powerful. His mom is more powerful than him, but him and his mom are very powerful. And he was like, have you had any more slip-ups? And she was like, no, I won't hurt anyone or myself ever again. Mm-hmm. And that makes me think...
Yeah, that...
She made that big old wave.
She's the reason that girl's whole family died.
Yeah, I think she must have just come into her powers or something. And maybe she had an emotional moment and wasn't able to contain her power.
Yeah, so I think she's definitely the reason behind why the hurricane mess happened. And... maybe he just got mixed up into it because he's in the military.
I think he took the blame so she wouldn't get in trouble.
Possibly.
And they also talked about it when the mom wasn't there. So I feel like there's some sort of expectation that would come of her if the mom found out how big her power was.
Yeah.
So I think that has something to do with it too.
Yeah. And he has had 2 of his friends kind of trying to help get her to practice and be able to control her magic, so she was able to do, you know, a little parlor trick, it seemed like. He was happy with it, so... But yeah, he was just talking about how he needs to bust out of there. The guards were at his door. They're not going to let him leave. He's like, I got to figure out some way to get to her.
She is, got how to get to her. And once my sister's done griping about school, I'm going.
Yeah, and that's kind of where it ended.
Yeah, so he's got a plan. He just is waiting to.
Yeah, he messaged one of his friends, and it was just like, tell me, like, everything about this hotel. Tell me everything you know. And he's going to do what he can to kind of find her again. It's just like every single time they get together... something happens, or almost get together, something happens. It's really driving me nuts, to be honest. But I did like that we got a bit more backstory about that day, and I don't know. The silver shrapnel could just be a coincidence. Maybe it was part of a building, but it seems targeted. You know? Because, like, they were the only 2 that were outside. Yeah, there was, like, an explosion or a bomb or whatever, but the chances that it hit her, like, almost perfectly, being outside, not even with the rest of the people, I don't know. It just feels...
I don't think it was targeted.
I just need to find out what's going on with Josette and Zanri. Bitches. And why do they hate this guy so much? I mean, granted, maybe they know that he didn't do it, but...
Then why would they want him dead? Would the sister be the mark?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. But that was, again, some stuff happened, but not a lot happened. The last few videos. You know, we've had much longer videos talking about 5 chapters compared to this. Like, nothing is really happening.
Mm.
Yeah. I still don't really know what the fuck is going on. I need People's True Colors to come out. Yeah, so there's literally 37 chapters, and we're looking at chapter 24. So, we'd have like 2 more videos possibly. And I just feel like nothing has fucking happened. Yeah, like I said, a lot happened also. Nothing happened. Yeah, I don't really have any predictions or shit to say, to be for real. What do you think is gonna happen? I really have no idea because every time they get together, something abruptly happens and then all their time is interrupted.
Gonna wake up, she's gonna recount how it went for her. She's gonna maybe have a dream chapter first. She's gonna wake up, she's gonna see Gillette, she's gonna be probably her mind's gonna get messed up being with Zanri and Gillette at the same time, like telling her you need to do this, you need to do that. And like reminding her of the rules. And I think she's finally gonna see Riker again. Maybe the families will meet. And they'll like plan the wedding or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I think another thing's gonna happen. I honestly don't think they're gonna get married in this book.
I think they do. I saw a chapter that said wedding something.
Doesn't mean they got married.
I think they will. Yeah, I honestly, the only prediction I have is that like more things will happen and then like a catastrophe. More things will happen, catastrophe. The ending of the book is gonna end in a fucking catastrophe.
Yeah, a cliffhanger.
You know?
Yeah.
I swear, it's like every time we end a chapter, something happens.
I know.
Not every chapter, but like every time we end a video.
And we should... Yeah.
So remember you're
I
like...
asked you to read another chapter and then nothing.
Nothing happened, yeah. Because 23 was like... Or not 23, 22. Like, yeah, oh my gosh. And then 23 happened and we're like, okay, well now we're back to literal base 1. But...
I mean, we got a smidge of information, but like a whole chapter for that little itty bitty detail.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
That's all I got too. I don't really have a lot to say. It's like predictable but not predictable. Like things are going good and then some kind of attack happens or something happens.
I like being able to guess things, but it's too easy. I like second guessing myself throughout, like, is that really gonna happen? But I know it's gonna happen.
Yeah. There's been too much of a pattern.
Yeah.
That, you know, something is going to happen. I don't know. What if Valentina turned into a good guy?
No. She's gonna do something. She's gonna be like, see, she's a traitor. You should just marry me.
And the Edward guy would be like, I'm already engaged to you.
Me? Shut up.
Yeah.
That's what she sounds like in my head.
Yeah.
Like a nasally, whiny voice.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's pretty much it for now. We say about maybe 2 more videos. 24, we got to 37. 24 to 30, 31, and then 31 to 37? Maybe? Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll check it out. They really got a lot to say.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I really hated the book in the beginning. And then I was like, oh, it's picking up. It sounds cool. And I was like, Yeah. And then the cabin, I was like, oh, it's picking up. I'm like,
I'm reading it because I have to. If I was reading this by myself, I would not finish.
Well, I haven't really ever DNF'd a book. I would continue to finish, but
I just get bored easily.
Yeah. I also get bored easily. But yeah, I guess that was it for episode 4.
Sure.
Maybe. Maybe it's episode 4. But either way, we will come back in episode 4. A couple days. Maybe. Talk about it again. Hopefully the next video will be way more exciting than this one. But yeah, I don't have predictions. Talk about your predictions, huh?
Probably not.
Oh, I thought you said it might, and then I was like, okay, she didn't say it might. Yeah, I guess that's it. Bye.